What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook. Hope you have a great day, morning, or evening. Y'all read the title, man. The one trading strategy I wish I knew as a beginner. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I want to appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly trade breakdowns, but we also post weekly Bitcoin, altcoin, and stock analysis. And most importantly, we live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 of EST on this very same channel. Now, y'all know I got to give a special shout out to members and students. Absolutely started off this year with a bang with 6-0 last week. Give us a 100% win rate. And then as far as how we wrapped up Q4 last year, we went 41 wins, 4 losses. Only took 4 losses the span of 3 months, giving us a 91% win rate, catching a total of 32,230 pips. You see, October went 15-1, caught 14,935. November went 14-1, caught 14,549 pips, and then December went 12-2, catching 2,746 pips, giving us. Click here is going to take you to the beginning of October, so you can see how we ended October. All wins and losses are posted. Everything's dated, timed, and documented. You go to where it says subscribers, and then you go to photos over 3 years with the photos, screenshots, positions, screenshots of signals, as well as student results and testimonials. So make sure to explore the channel and check all this stuff out, y'all. We've been going absolutely crazy, as y'all seen. And it's called the playbook for a reason, y'all. We got students funded, we got students growing accounts, flipping accounts, all types of stuff taking place over here, y'all. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So the trades we're going to break down are these 2 GU positions. All right, not only did I break these down during the London session live, but I broke this down prior to the news popping off on Tuesday the 7th. If we go to Tuesday the 7th, we will clearly see that there was indeed in fact news at 10 a.m. for the USD pair. So let me show you the footage of me breaking this down before the news popped off, or before price broke these levels. Now, looking at GU, so we're going to look for sells on this as well. So again, we caught a huge drop last week, nice lower low. Prices retracing. Again, not too much of a shock or surprise. We're talking about retracements possibly taking place on Friday, but we're still gonna be looking for sells. So if GU can respect and hold 24.65 resistance, we could look for sells going back down to 24.25, where we're going to need price to hold as resistance and push back down for us to see as low as 23.20 to get hit. Okay, y'all, so pay attention to that price right there. So y'all saw the footage, y'all. Again, we don't cap, we're making things up over here. So as you can see, these were huge trades right here. The first position was over 200 pips right here. I didn't even include the other. The first position was 245 pips alone. This position was 200 plus pips. So I caught over 400, almost 500 pips in these 2 positions alone. The first position was a beautiful 1-to-8 risk reward ratio setup. The second was also 1-to-8 risk reward ratio setup. And again, if we zoom out, you can clearly see this was the drop, the 1-to-9 and the 1-to-5 risk reward setup we talked about prior to this retracement right here. So again, this is a completely different trade setup than this one right here. But basically, this means whatever I risked, I made 8 times that amount. So I would have risked $100, I would have made $800. Or if I would have risked $1,000, I would have made $8,000 off this one trade alone, and then another $800 to $8,000 off this trade. And again, you see the volume, you see the dumps. Beautiful setup. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down exactly why I took the setup and how you can catch a similar setup or similar setups just like this one. So first thing you always tell the members and students to do is you want to identify the trend. Now, you don't just want to identify the trend, but you want to identify the trend on the bigger time frames. Okay, the bigger time frames are going to tell you the exact direction price is heading and the overall bias. Now, I didn't say we're trading on the daily, we're just simply identifying the trend on the daily. Okay, the trend is your friend. The bigger time frames explain what price is doing and what the direction price is going overall. The smaller time frames just explain what price is doing at the exact moment, which is why we try to identify the trend and enter all in the same time frames, or we try to cut steps and identify the trend on the smaller time frames. You get caught a lot of times with fake outs and quote unquote liquidity sweeps. Is because of that exact reason. Or sometimes you'll take a buy and you're confused why price just tanked when it was showing bullish, or vice versa. Is because again, on the bigger time frame, it'll show you a completely different picture. So make sure to keep that in mind, y'all. So as we can see here, we're clearly in a downtrend. We see clear lower lows here. We had a reversal, retest, nice drop, and then we have price retrace and retest this level here. So again, if we can maintain and continue to hold this level as resistance, we are still bearish because we don't see any higher highs coming into play. So all we simply had to do was let price retrace and see if it could break back down and hold that level as resistance, right? So now that we understand that we're in a downtrend, now that we understand that we're looking for sells, this is when we mark off a key price levels. So boom, now we got our key price levels marked off. It looks exactly the same. So now that we have our key price levels marked off, this is when we go into the smaller time frame. Now again, since we're looking for sells, we want to enter sells off resistance levels. You take buys off support levels. All right. So again, we see right here how price failed to hold this level as resistance, retested, failed to hold this again. So now again, we need price to hold the level as resistance. If price can hold this level as resistance, we can look for a sell setup. So now we know that we have news coming up. So we simply are just waiting for the news to come into play, right? And a little fast forward. All right, and we're going to pause right here. So that is when the news popped off. You can see here, this was the 10 o'clock candlestick. Like we showed before, we had news at 10 o'clock on Tuesday the 7th, right? So after the news popped off, we see the volume kicked in to break this level. So now we want to see if price can hold this level as resistance, which we see took place right here, right? We see price hold this level as resistance. So after we saw price held that level as resistance, again, we figured out what our stop loss and our TPs was, and then we just simply entered and let price do the rest. Now, again, I always recommend the members and students have a 1:2 to 1:3 minimum ratio setup. And again, you can see here, there was a little bit of consolidation after the news. You can see this was around when Tokyo session started the next day, when markets reopened that night. And then that is when you can see that right before London session started, volume started to pick up, and then the rest was history. Look at that big drop to the downside. And again, also pay attention to how price reacts to these blue and gold levels on my screen. This is exactly why we trade on and off these levels right here, right? And the price consolidated a little bit here, but it'll still respect this level as resistance. So I just have my stop loss and profit, and I just let price continue to do its thing. And you can see when volume picked back up, it continued to dump for us, which is why, again, you always want to trade with the flow of price. And again, notice how as soon as price touched this level, how it reacted, how it's reacting right here. It's literally that simple, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join free signal room, free Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, my signal room service, my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description. Again, you see how we've done this year so far. You've seen how we did last year. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, man, definitely it's called the playbook for a reason. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal Room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible sells going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the advanced play signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are an hour long, and they're sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also, make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.